because I've been loving that meme lately. It's such a, like, usually, like, whenever you do, like, the KYS or KMS, like, the memes tend to be very self-deprecating and mean-spirited, whereas, like, the never quill yourself meme has sort of flipped that on its head and make it into something positive, where we appreciate the tiny joys in life. Like, maybe sitting down in front of a show, watching it with some food that is really good. And then you just say that. Sure, it's very dramatic. It's very over the top. But that's what makes it funny. It's the extremity of it sort of makes it fun. And all of those things like that, the little joys of life, sometimes that's all you need to get through the day. Take it from me. Take it from me. I've had a hard time getting through many days of my life. But just finding those little things that are just enough to keep you going until the end of the day, then that's the finish line. And today, or then after that, you wake up the next day and go, hey, today is another day. Let's see if we can do better than yesterday. And if not, there's also tomorrow. Just try to find that little thing in every day that is just kind of like, okay, you know what? Waking up today was worth it. And it can be anything. It can just be waking up and having caviar toast and just like, oh, yeah, today I needed this. Or just getting your favorite food, or looking forward to, if you're just like, oh, I don't know if I can do another week of this. I'm struggling so much with everything going on right now. But there's that new episode on Friday, and I'm really looking forward to that. I really want to see it. So I'm gonna try hard to get it through this week. And maybe next week will be a little bit better. And then I can reward myself with that new episode. That's how I got through a lot of heavy parts of my life. Just finding things to look forward to. Like, for example, knowing that, like, hey, this thing that I'm looking forward to is getting or this thing that I love is getting an anime adaptation. Or, hey, there's a movie coming out that I really want to see. Or one of my favorite shows still haven't finished. I want to see how it ends. And that's something that can just be like, okay, if I go somewhere, then I'm not going to be able to do those things. So I'll keep doing my best. Because a lot of people tend to say, like, oh, think of other people. Think of other people that might worry about you or be sad if you're sad. I don't think that's always the best way to think. Like, sure, sometimes, because those people are important in your life too, and they care about you, and sometimes might not feel like it, but trust me, they do. But sometimes it's a little bit, it can be a little bit sort of, you can feel a little bit down if you feel like you're only existing for the sake of others. So finding those tiny little things sprinkled out throughout your day that are for you and you alone, I think tends to work a lot better. Because then you're not existing just for someone else. You're doing that for you. They don't look forward to that. You are. You look forward to that. Honestly, your 3D was my motivation like that. Aw, thank you. That means a lot to me. And you're not alone. There's been many things that I've looked forward to that was exactly that. Heck, there's several VTubers before I was one myself that kept me going, because I was just like, hey, I have so many things that I look forward to them playing or doing, or maybe hearing more of their songs, more of their covers, like seeing where they go, maybe if they have live concerts or anything, things like that. That was just enough to like keep me pushing on forward. I'm tearing up. No, that was not what's supposed to happen. Don't cry. Don't cry. That wasn't, that's not what I wanted. It was meant to be like a little bit uplifting. It was meant to be a feel-good thing. One thing that, I'm gonna be talking about something a little bit, sad and depressing, so, which involves, you know, a person passing away. So if you don't want to hear that, then feel free to like hop off the stream or mute or anything like that. One of my favorite streamers of all time was a guy called Etika. And if you're from Japan, the Japanese listeners, you may know him as Gairu-kun. They call him Guile-kun in Japan because of his hairdo. It looked a lot like Guile from Street Fighter. And he was very famous for his reactions to Nintendo games, specifically Smash Brothers. And I was a regular viewer of his. I watched almost every single stream. But he had some very dark things that he was dealing with privately. He was dealing with a lot of stuff in his private life. And one of the last things that he ever said, obviously he unfortunately ended up passing away by, I don't want to say the word, but you can infer. One of the last things he said was when he posted a video is just things that he was sad that he wasn't gonna be able to do. And that just broke me. Specifically, I don't watch the show myself, but him saying that, I guess I'll never see how Attack on Titan ends. And just that one just hurt me so badly. I'm just like, oh man, he's never gonna be able to finish something that he enjoyed so much. And he loved Undertale. And I sometimes just think that, like, if things hadn't ended up the way that they did, if he was just able to find something that was enough to make him not want to make the choice that he did, there would be so many amazing things that he would have gotten to experience. Sans in Smash would have been crazy for someone like him. And you would have gotten to see all of the cool stuff that happened in Attack on Titan. You would have seen the rise of so many VTubers. You would have seen, like, the landscape of streaming just change completely. And who knows, he might have even made friends with some of them. But it's one of those things that we will never find out now. So that's why I always say, like, hey, I try to remember what Etika said and use that a little bit for myself. Just like, hey, I do like these things. I like these things a lot. I love these things. But if I go somewhere, then I'm never gonna be able to experience those things again. And that would suck now, wouldn't it? So that's why I keep going. There's a lot of things that I still haven't done, things that I want to do, and a lot in life that I want to see and experience. I'm above you guys know this. I love sharing experiences. So yeah, my hand keeps like doing that. It's just a little bit annoying. Sorry about that. But yeah, those are just my reasons to keep going. You might have your own reasons, but if you ever feel like that, as in just like you're existing for the sake of someone else, then find the things that you want to look forward to. Because looking forward to something is a great way to sort of get by day to day when things get a little bit rough and tough. Sorry that this was such an extended little yap session about this thing. It's just been on my mind while I've been off. And, you know, being stressed and being alone with your thoughts, sometimes they're not the most happy, but that's okay. It's okay if you're not happy all the time, because, hey, you can't really appreciate sunny days if it's sunny every day. You need a little bit of rain to appreciate a sunny day. And guess what comes after rain? A rainbow. Oh, no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Huro, thank you very much. Ike, yesterday I was having a panic attack on the street and my girlfriend was relaxing me. Think of Ike telling you that you can do it and that he is proud of you, and that made me relax a lot. So thank you for existing. Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. Obviously, I don't think that you should be reliant on me, because I might not be around forever, or I might have other plans, because if I'm able to help in the moment, I'm nothing but happy. But if you're able to eventually break free from just like, oh, I don't need to think about Ike anymore. I still like Ike, but hey, I'm be able to do this completely on my own without thinking of anything else. So I hope that it's my hope for all of you to be able to reach that point where you are completely able to exist completely on your own and be happy. That's what I want for all of you. Thank you, Ike. You don't have to thank me. This is the bare minimum. Is the bar in hell or something? The bare minimum. I feel like everybody thinks this. I'm just like yapping right now, like just word vomiting. The BGM isn't helping. Sorry. Should I switch? It's what's after this? Next in playlist. No. That's better. That's a little bit better. It's a bit more whimsical. Yeah. That was my little tangent for today. So, whenever things are getting you down a little bit, just use that kind of thing. That sort of mindset and way of thinking has been helping me quite a bit throughout my life. Not the mood whiplash, but it's what I do best! Don't you remember? I went from Mukuro attack to Hajimete no Oto. This is Hiroshi. You should know me by now. I'm trying to do my makeup, but tears are in the way. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't mess up your makeup. I know that stuff is expensive.
やる気が出ない、やる気が出ない、布団から出られない。